You're on the wrong side of the road.
A sailboat in the moonlight and June. Wouldn't that be heaven? Oh, heaven just for two. A soft breeze on a June night and June. What a perfect setting for letting dreams come true.
Okay, we've had our first little issue, first significant issue I should say, on Windover. She's been great all the way through this trip, all these thousands of miles, but today, or last night, our inverter packed it in. Now an inverter converts 12 volts to 110 volts, so we can plug in things like vacuum cleaner, but most importantly my laptop. And without the laptop, of course, I can't bring these videos to you. So it's a pretty important piece of kit on our boat. So I want to walk you through the process that we're gonna have to walk through in order to get a new one installed on the boat in a remote area like Spanish Wells. We are in Spanish Wells right now. I've gone to every shop first of all in town, up and down the main street, and I phoned ones that are a little further away, and nobody's got one in stock, nothing. So that's step one. We've looked into importing, bring something from the States, bring it through Amazon. You're going to wait here for weeks perhaps. So what we did just this morning is we put up an appeal on one of the Facebook pages that are from the Bahamas. I forget the name of it now. Bahama Cruisers or something like that. And instantly we got all kinds of recommendations. People said, look at this, look at that. So I tried to fix it. No, it can't be fixed. Then we got a cruiser that we met earlier on in the year, contacted us from about 90 miles away, and he said, I've got one on board, you're welcome to it. So we're going to rent a car tomorrow, which will involve dinghying across the sound here. And we'll rent the car, and we're going to tour Eleuthera for the day, and then go and visit Will and Rose and see if we can grab that inverter and bring it back and install it again. So we'll walk you through the process and show you what we go through. Just interesting to be living and working in an area that is so remote. It creates new challenges for sure. So here we go. It's Saturday morning. We don't know if there's a car available to us. I do have this phone number here for David I can call. I did dinghy across to the landing on the main island of Eleuthera the other day, and his name was given to me by a bystander, and so he's a taxi dude. I'm going to give him a call as we're heading up there, and then when we're once we're in the taxi, he'll take us to a car rental, we hope. So a lot of things up in the air, but it's 8 o'clock in the morning. We're getting a nice early start, and we're heading to Rock Sound. The bags are packed, and we've got a whole day ahead of us, but nothing's planned. So we'll see how that goes. Sitting in the dinghy, it is 5 after 8 on a Saturday. And the pretty lady's getting on board.
Oh, the stiff lady.
The other day a bunch of teenagers went by in a big fishing boat, and one of them hollered out, "Pretty lady." Anyway, Deb's been pretty lady ever since. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go get an inverter. Now, any chance you could give us a ride to find a rental car? Yeah? I'm sorry? No, I didn't, because we couldn't find any numbers, but I was told by Ronnie at the water place here in Spanish Wells, he said, "You're the man." He said, you'll be able to find a car for us. So we've called a guy that was recommended by the taxi driver, and then that guy gave us a number, and then we called another, and that guy gave us a number, and called another, and that guy gave us a number. So this is the fourth number, I believe. Was it fourth, Deb?
I think so, yes.
Fourth. And the fourth guy had a car, no air conditioning, $70 for the day. He's going to meet us at the dock here, so we won't need a taxi. It's going to save us some money. However, the advice we were given that there's always a car available, just jump in a taxi and he'll get you one, is not really true. So I think we were really, really lucky to get a car, but we got one. Dinghy's all tied up, and we're waiting for our car. So, we got the car. This is from Baines Rentals. The steering
And the
wheel's
roads are so rough I can hardly keep the camera straight.
Yeah, the steering wheel's on the wrong side. We're driving on the wrong side of the road, but I think we'll be all right. On our way to Rock Sound, it's about 9:25, and
I'm sorry that the camera's so rough. It's really rough. You're on the wrong side of the road. Jeez Louise, freaked me out. Chris is driving and the road is kind of narrow and
backseat driving?
I'm side seats driving for sure.
You made it.
To Rock Sound.
Your favorite place.
It is one of my favorite places.
Last time we were here, they were cutting fish on this table.
I tell him, he said, you don't confuse me. Yeah, bro.
Have you?
Well, what's going on, Brian?
What's going on? Look at this, Chris. Why don't you film that?
Look at the size of him, eh?
You see that white flash of his underbelly?
No.
Oh, I think you can see it from this angle. When he turned, he kind of brought it up a bit. How was the drive?
It was awesome.
Good. It's sunny today, isn't it? Hot, actually. We had no air. There's no air conditioning in the car. We were, so we're glad that there's a little bit of overcast.
A breeze, yeah, an overcast.
How you doing, Will?
Doing well, how are you?
Yeah, good.
We're uploading a video or whatever, so I need about 20 minutes. And then,
We're here at Rock Sound with Will and Rosemary, and Will and Rosemary, we want to say thank you very much for this kind gift you've given us.
Yeah, no problem.
And we've had fun today visiting with them, and we've driven all the way down here, of course, Deb and I, and we're going to check out some of the sites on the way. What's the name of your YouTube channel?
Billy Ray Embry.
Billy Ray Embry's got a hot YouTube channel right now. All you folks should check that out. And they're here with us. So we've done the trip to Rock Sound. We've picked up the inverter from Will and Rosemary. So right now it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We've got a little bit of time left over, so we're going to go do some touristy things on the way there.
Between Hatchet Bay and Rainbow Bay, and we ran into Marilyn, who has a vegetable stand. Tell us about your vegetable stand.
Hattymouth Farm started about I'd say about 6-7 years ago. My husband and I he came from the US, I came from Nassau.
Yeah.
We settled here on the island, decided that we're gonna tough it out here, like, you know, on the farm itself as opposed to staying in some posh little house in Rainbow Bay. We decided we'd stay here on the farm and just make this thing happen, and we're enjoying every moment of it. The farm, we have bread, we have pastries, we have a barbecue sometimes. Early mornings you can come out and have coffee, as well as some Bahamian bush tea, we call it, because you go into the bush, the coppice, and get some tea leaves, and we come back and we make a local tea here.
We've really enjoyed talking to Marilyn today. We've had a wonderful time. She's really nice.
Thank you. Okay.
We're going to do some tourist stuff. We're at the glass window, and
This is on Eleuthera.
this is on Eleuthera. And what is the glass window, Deb?
It's a bridge that separates, I believe, the inside from the Atlantic on Eleuthera.
So we made it back from Rock Sound, but the dinghy's going to need a little bit of a drag, I'm afraid.
Do you want some help now?
Well, we're back in Spanish Wells. It's been a long day. We brought the rental car back. We just got back from Rock Sound. And again, we want to thank Will and Rosemary for saving our bacon. These two inverters are quite different from one another. The one is a 600 watt. The one I've got now is a 1500 watt. And so that's going to make a huge difference on sort of the capacity of the inverter. I think the other one was a little bit small, so time will tell if this thing squeals a lot when I plug it in. Well, we know it's equally as weak, so we'll see how that goes. There's also 2 USB ports on this one. That makes it a little bit better for, you know, doing cell phones and stuff like that. So again, thanks Will and Rosemary, very, very generous of you, and we're gonna get this thing put in right now and see how it works. Okay, it's quite a bit later. It's 8 o'clock now. I've got the inverter hooked up and it's working like a charm.
has no air conditioning. We got a little bit of a better deal, we think, and it's been a little overcast and
Cheap
with
sailors.
cheap
We don't need no
sailors.
stinking air conditioning.
Talk to me.